Israelis are killing Palestinians yet again, but this time they're not doing so in Palestine. Rather, this is footage from an Israeli airstrike that struck a Palestinian refugee camp in southern Lebanon. That strike, which occurred yesterday, killed 13 people as Israeli occupational forces continued to terrorize Palestinian communities even once they've been ethnically cleansed from Palestine itself. Now, the Israelis, as usual, said that their strike was actually targeting terror infrastructure within the refugee camp itself, specifically a Hamas training compound. That being said, Hamas has condemned the attack, saying that what the Israelis actually struck was a sports playground. If that's true, and I believe it is, the Israelis launched a drone strike against a playground in a refugee camp full of people who had been displaced by the very same military now launching a strike against them. The reality of what really happened there, regardless, is really grim, however, as the Israelis are directly targeting refugees that are only in Lebanon due to the history of Israeli ethnic cleansing campaigns against countless Palestinian communities. Millions of Palestinian refugees and their descendants, who are also refugees under international law, have been barred by the Israeli project from ever returning to their homelands, forced to live permanently within refugee camps in bordering nations. Many of them are actually even internally displaced within Palestine itself. In fact, 70% of the population of Gaza are actually internally displaced Palestinian refugees. What we're seeing in strikes like this is evidence that Palestinians, even after being ethnically cleansed, even after being forced out of their cities, towns, and villages, are still being deliberately targeted by a genocidal occupational military force that is hell-bent on their annihilation no matter where they might reside. It's difficult to process how Palestinians probably feel knowing that even after being ethnically cleansed and uprooted from their communities, even after living in refugee camps in other nations, that they are still being deliberately targeted for annihilation. That is the violent reality of Zionist settler colonialism. There is no place where Palestinians are truly safe. There is no place where Zionists will not target them because the existence of Palestinians itself is an existential threat to the colony. It's worth thinking about, especially with these so-called peace deals, about how millions of Palestinians, with or without a ceasefire, are still going to be living displaced in refugee camps in countless other areas than the places they call home. But yeah, as always, free Palestine, Assalamu alaikum, and have a great day.